All right, all right, all right. Who's the guy? McConaughey? But he took that from a Jim Morrison concert. And I had seen that already, and I didn't put those together. Jim Morrison in concert saying, all right, all right, all right. And the girl goes something about, oh, you're a Aquarius or something. He goes, that's right, baby, that's right. I am an Aquarius, the most philosophical of all the signs. She goes, I am too, so am I. And he goes, but I don't believe any of that bullshit. She goes, neither do I. Just kind of funny. We can't, we can look up to people, respect people, honor people, but we don't need hero worship. We don't need to, oh, you're the greatest. No, we don't need to elevate anybody above everybody else. These billionaires that say, oh, if you don't reward me, I'm not going to work so hard and it's going to hurt you. No, we can do, we can do fine. The Tao Te Ching, 500 BC, Lao Tzu in China. The wise are moved by neither praise nor blame. Whether they say you're the greatest or you're the worst, it doesn't matter. The internet's really bad about that. Trump is bad about that. His people, you're my people, you're the greatest, I love you. And then over here, these are the enemy within, these are the demons, these are the vermin. That's not human. That's not real. But we like to believe things that aren't real sometimes. Maybe it's easier. I was going to tell a story about, truth will set you free. So walking here, I went to a crosswalk. It's snowy. The snow's melting, but it's slippery. And we got pretty close to the crosswalk, and this SUV, probably a college kid, went straight ahead. I kind of pointed at him like, "Man, your ass," or whatever. Be careful. And it reminded me of on Razorback Road, my girlfriend and I and our small child were crossing the road toward the track. And a guy was speeding and went through the crosswalk while me and the mommy and the baby were crossing. And as soon as that happened, this police car went and got him. And I saw the guy later and just thanked him for watching out for us. And I was going to say about the truth, that was my girlfriend. We didn't get married. We got married. My granny from New Orleans, kind of a debutante, I guess. Not the most, I don't ever remember getting hugged. She was a good woman, though, and strong. But if you had a baby in our family, she would give you $10,000 mainly to help the baby go to college or, I don't know, pay for things. But we weren't married, and you didn't get that money unless you were married. So I forget if the kid was 1.5, or I forget it was, but we were poor, and we were together. I don't think it mattered to us either way. So we got married in the park by one of her friends, kind of, and got the money. And then I was asked to leave about 4 months later. But I'm glad we got the money because we needed it, raising the kid or whatever. A lot of people are struggling in America. We don't hardly give a shit about them. It's always, yeah, look at the billionaires. And we reward the few and penalize the many. Sad. But anyway, that was the story. What else? Granny, and Granny was good to me. I would walk there to her house with my little brother after kindergarten. We were probably 5 and 6, 4 and 5. It was about 1, 2, 3 blocks. And she would make us hamburgers on white bread with ketchup. This is about 60 years ago, but that's one of the few things I remember. But also, she said when we went to college, this college, the U of A, um, which you could see from her house, she would pay for it if we joined a fraternity. Honey, I didn't want to join a fraternity. I had my friends and regular people, and I didn't want this elitist, segregationist, racist, sexist. I'm not big on that. So my father paid most of my college education. I did pretty good, but no, Granny said I'll pay for it if you join a fraternity. Wow, kind of controlling, man. Wow. Anyway, my life. Your life is like that in different ways. So where am I? I am in the Harlan reading room at the U of A. It's Saturday. They start back spring semester Monday. But like I say, there's snow on the ground and snow, so not many people are out and not many people are in this library. And I'm glad I'm walking more. I think it's good for me. We'll get to that later about be good to yourself. Take care of yourself. We'll get more to that later. But the name Harlan is one of my nephews, my son's best friend when he was growing up. Good guy. My son was more of the head. Harlan was more of the heart. They were a good combination. Harlan was probably about 5, 6, crossing the road by the school he went to, and it was on a busy road, which it shouldn't have been, and they've moved since. But hit by I think it was a van, might have been a car. Anyway, he was a little kid that got hit, really hit by a car. Scary, man. And this was 30 years ago, and so me and my son went to the emergency room, or close to it. Nobody stopped us. And we saw I think he was a nurse, I'm not sure, Bill Murray, a year younger than me. But he had been in the room, and he knew the Trumbos, just like we knew the Murrays. So he said, Harlan was in the emergency room. They stapled his head, and he's doing okay. But I'll always remember this. He kind of went like this. Like, that kid. That kid is lucky to be alive. That was his look. Like, you don't know how. Yeah. And knock on wood, Harlan is 30, 32, 33, 33, I think. We all have some drama in our life. That was drama. Drama. And we also have terrible drama. It doesn't end up well. On the way in here, I walked by this sculpture that I know what it's called. It's called To My Dead Daughter. And it was by a person that knew my father and mother too, but mainly my father. My father was the mayor and the stockbroker, so people knew him more than my mom. My mom was raising 5 boys and all our friends, so she wasn't in the middle of all this like my dad. Anita Huffington, good lady. I think I knew her husband too. I mean, not real well. But this was 25 years ago. It was placed in the library. It's a pretty little white sculpture. And I just read about it. I think she finished it before her daughter died. A drunk driver hit her. Tragedy that is beyond words. So sorry. Good lady. Nice lady. I didn't know her daughter, but I knew Anita. Good lady. Parts of life are so sad, you don't know what to do. You do the best you can, keep going. So, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Take care of this planet. Foundational stuff. There's a good little story about the Buddha or a Buddhist master where the young monk who wants to know everything all at once. Buddha, master, I want enlightenment, help me with enlightenment. I want to be enlightened. The master goes, well, okay, have you had breakfast? And the monk goes, yes, I've had breakfast. So, okay. Have you washed your bowl? And the young monk goes, no, I haven't washed my bowl. And the master goes, well, go wash your bowl. So he went, washed his bowl, and he came back. And the master said, have you washed your bowl? And the young monk said, yes, master, I have. And the master said, you've been enlightened. You've done what you need to do. Do what you need to do. That's enlightenment, I guess. I think innocence and spontaneity and intuition is part of that. I said, return to your childlike innocence. The children do. They don't have to think about things it's natural. They follow their natural voice. They follow their heart. They do what they need to do. I remember being with a friend, his wife, and a little kid. My friend was in the other room. The little kid pointed here, my Adam's apple. He goes, why does he have two noses? I have a big Adam's apple. And I was laughing, and the mommy was kind of saying, don't say that, but she was laughing too. I don't care. Who cares? Out of the mouths of babes. But that kind of innocence and clarity, and he just says what he thinks. Why does he have two noses? Oh, that's not a nose. That's an Adam's apple. He has a pretty big one, doesn't he? Truth. Truth is the best thing. I have a friend, a good guy, but funny. He's funny. So I have this stocking cap. And it's cold, it's the winter time. And when it's warmer, I have a bike cap like they wear when they're riding a bike. I ride a bike a lot. And he goes, you look better in a stocking cap. And I said, man, I'm 66. I really worry about how I look. It's really important to me how I look. I said, I think my nose is too big. I should have a nose job. And my friend goes, you might be right. Or no, he said, you're probably right. Oh, funny. I'm not going to have a nose job, sorry. And you're beautiful. You are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You are a gift from the sky. Take care of yourself. Try to improve. Try to become a better person. More wise, more giving, more loving. Don't beat yourself up like I need to do this, or I'm such a bad person, or all this guilt. I've seen a lot of Catholics with all this stupid ass guilt that they're taught to feel, which ruins a lot of their soul. The Catholic Church needs to, I don't know, I'm surprised they're still around after all their wars and political intrigues and hatreds and all the death and sexual abuse. You can talk to the Great Spirit, or whatever you want to call it, on your own. What did Jesus say? Go to your closet. He's saying, man, you don't have to go to a big church. Just go to your closet and Please give me guidance. Please help me through this period of time. Help me know what to do. The Tao Te Ching says, what we're about to talk about is the supreme, the divine, which is beyond words. But here we go anyway. Okay, you're going to talk about the divine, about God, about the ultimate supreme. How are you going to have words that talk about this? It's beyond words. We're little people on this little planet trying to talk about this thing. In here. It's in here. You have it in here, in your heart. Somebody else doesn't have to tell you about it. You already have it. You were born with it. You were born with the soul and the spirit and the light. You were born with it. It will never leave you. You may have troubles and pain and suffering and loss. It happens to all of us. But I think you'll get through it. I hope you'll get through it and get back into your light and your soul and your spirit and your goodness and your natural light. Oh, about taking care of yourself. So, in my past videos when I came down here, I would go get food and a coffee, and I'd have some cookies and dark chocolate and bring it in here, and I'd do all that. But today, instead of opening up at 7:30, they opened up at 10. So I already made breakfast and ate. And so for the first time, I don't have these things to kind of make it more special. Oh yeah, I go to the library and I get to eat a nice meal and this and coffee and it's easy to be lazy. Me, just like everybody, it's easy to be lazy. I'm just glad I'm here. I could have just sat at home instead of walking, a half a mile here, half a mile back. Because a lot of people aren't traveling right now. There's still snow on the streets. It's melting, but on the way here, I saw a car getting pulled out of the ditch. So, but when I say take care of yourself, you know what? That's why I'm here. I'm trying to take care of myself. I needed some exercise. I can't sit at home, even if I stretch or try to do some exercises or dumbbells. That's all good. But walking a mile this is the third day in a row. I want to keep doing it. So I'm trying to think, okay, they start school Monday, but everything opens at 7. What if I get up here around 7 or 7:30? Can I come in like this room for an hour? Anyway, at first I was thinking, once school starts, I need to quit coming up here, but I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. I know walking is good for me, and there's not many places to walk to from where I live, except this library. Take care of yourself. What do I got here? Some snacks. Pumpkin seeds that I like to mix, spicy pumpkin seeds and fresh pumpkin seeds. That's good. Some walnuts, omega-3s, and cashews. Nuts and seeds. It's a great thing to add to anything. Dips, soups, eggs, it doesn't matter. Or snacks. Nuts and seeds. More of those for you. It'll help you. Hemp seeds. Omega-3, omega-6, complete amino acids. Put them in eggs. Put them in soups. Put them in dips. You won't taste it. I don't. I'll tell you this about your teeth. My teeth aren't that good. as a kid. I think it was junior high. Braces, headgear, retainer. Is there anything beyond that? I had the headgear that came down, and they said if you wear it overnight, you'll wear it for a year. If you wear it 20 hours a day, you wear it for 6 months. And I was like, hell, I want to get this over with. So I'd wear it to school, the little headgear coming down. And, I don't think I got many girlfriends at that point, but I got it over with. But anyway, your teeth. Take care of your teeth. 5 steps. 5 steps. This will help you. Floss. My great grandpa C.C. Bass at Vanderbilt. No, Tulane. Yep, Tulane, New Orleans. Great man. He's in Wikipedia. But one thing he did was help create the right kind dental floss out of nylon, not silk, so it's cheaper. But we used to have all these little things. I wish I still had it. But so that's from family. Dental floss. Interdental brushes. Interdental brushes, number 2. Dental floss. Interdental brushes, number 2. Number 3, electric toothbrush. And I guess because it'll go around anyway, compared to just a regular toothbrush, where I think it's more effective. I'm not a dentist, so I don't know, but from what I've read and understand, have been told by my dentist, get an electric toothbrush. What's number 4? Water, some type of water pick. I'm not telling you to get a certain kind, but where the water sprays and gets some of the stuff off of your teeth. What's it called? Plaque? Maybe plaque. So that's 4, and I would also recommend mouthwash with fluoride, non-alcoholic mouthwash with fluoride. I told that to my doctor. I love my doctor, Dr. Ross, just off Dixon Street. 20 years. I've been with him 20 years. And at one point, he told me, he goes, man, your gums are really bad. You need to go see this. Specialist on gums. So I went to see the specialist on gums in Rogers. He goes, yeah, we're going to have to cut your gums and peel it back and just clean it out and da-da-da. And I'm listening going, man, shit. Then he goes, $5,000. And right then it was like, okay, I'm not going to spend $5,000. So that was when I really started flossing more than anything. 3 times a day at least. There's floss in my backpack right now, I guarantee you. Never be without floss. That was probably 15 years ago. 15 or 20. Anyway, slowly but surely have come back. And even Dr. Ross will kind of go, I remember when, we were going to have to deal with you in a real dramatic way. But look at you now. He's one of these coaches. I've been a coach. They're not going to brag on you much. They'll brag on you like this. They want to keep you, they don't want to, pride is a terrible thing. They don't want you prideful. They're not going to say, you're doing great. You're doing something, because then maybe you'll let up. And no, they're going to say, yeah, I remember when it was, touch and go, and it's doing a lot better now. And because they want you hungry, or they want you to continue on your path of being sure you do the right things. Do the right things. So take care of your teeth. I don't know that much, but I know that much. Alrighty. I've talked too much because I want to keep these shorter. But I enjoy it, so why not? If a few people watch it, maybe a few people get something out of it. Maybe in the future more will. I can't worry about that. All I can do is me. What do I like to do? I like to write songs, see friends, art, do this, learn. That's a Pulitzer Prize winner. I haven't read that yet. I've read Rakoff, another one he has, I think. Revolutionaries, I think it's called. As I've said before, I think I want to write a album or or musical about the Revolution Constitution, the idealism behind it, and the idea of people creating their own government and taking care of it and being able to do that morally and intellectually. And part of it, I was just reading, and I think I knew this, but I forgot. So, Washington's inaugural address in New York, if you ever, it's Wall Street, here's Wall Street, and here's uh, the Washington statue where he became president. He walked out, and all these people. That's it's in another book I'm looking at. But he had Madison write his inaugural address. I think his helper, or anyway, this guy wrote the address, and him and Madison looked at it. They said, no, this isn't working. So I think Madison drew it up. And then after that, I think the House of Representatives wanted to write a response to Washington. They asked Madison to write the response. So Madison writes the response to the speech he wrote himself. And then Washington asked Madison to write the response to the response. So Madison, 5'4", when you talk, I had a girlfriend probably about 5'4", and if anybody ever said you're just kind of short or small, I'd say, man, you don't know what you're looking at. She's as strong as anybody. Addison was 5'4", and one of the reasons we are in America today is because of him. So he stood as tall as anybody, including Washington, who was 6'3". How big is that, baby? Washington and Madison both had big hearts. And if we allow ourselves to be our best, we have a big heart. You have a big heart. They're all different, but they're all amazing and big. And we're blessed to have them. We're blessed to have you. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Take care of the earth. We can do this.